Hello, Army. Behind every global superstar, there are relationships that remain hidden beneath the spotlight. While millions of fans witness unforgettable performances, record-breaking achievements, and carefully crafted public appearances, the strongest bonds are often revealed only through subtle moments that pass almost unnoticed. A brief glance backstage, a quiet gesture during a live broadcast, or a familiar presence that repeatedly appears during meaningful occasions can sometimes tell a far more compelling story than any official statement ever could. Today, K-pop's Fact Today takes a closer look at the public interactions, long-standing friendships, and documented connections surrounding Jungkook. Rather than relying on rumors or unverified claims, this investigation follows the moments that have been captured on camera, discussed in official interviews, and observed by fans around the world. Some names may seem obvious, while others continue to surprise even the most dedicated followers. As the countdown unfolds, one question remains at the center of this mystery. Among the people who have stood beside Jungkook throughout different stages of his journey, who appears to have earned the deepest level of trust based on what the public has actually been able to witness? Number 5. Jin. Backstage is often very different from what millions of viewers see under the bright stage lights. Long before the cameras begin recording and long after the final performance has ended, countless moments remain unseen by the public. Within those quiet spaces, the dynamics between BTS members have occasionally become visible through official documentaries, behind-the-scenes footage, interviews, and live broadcasts. Among those moments, Jin has frequently appeared as one of the figures who helped shape Jungkook's early years after joining BTS at a remarkably young age. Official content consistently shows Jin balancing his playful personality with a protective attitude toward the group's youngest member. During the early trainee period and throughout BTS's rise to global success, Jungkook was still adapting to life far away from home, and various official interviews have described how the older members contributed to creating a sense of family within the group. Jin, being the eldest member, naturally became part of that support system. Numerous episodes released through official BTS content capture moments where Jin encourages Jungkook, jokes with him to reduce tension, or quietly looks after him during demanding schedules. While these interactions have often been interpreted by fans as signs of a strong bond, it is important to distinguish documented public behavior from personal conclusions. Neither Jungkook nor Jin has publicly ranked their relationships or identified one another as the person they trust the most. Instead, what exists is a long record of visible teamwork, mutual respect, and years spent facing extraordinary pressure together. Industry observers often note that groups maintaining such intense schedules inevitably develop unique interpersonal dynamics, yet those dynamics remain largely private. Even when humorous arguments or playful teasing appear in official content, they are frequently followed by moments of cooperation that demonstrate professional understanding built over years. Several behind-the-scenes recordings have also shown Jin offering advice or lighthearted encouragement before performances, reinforcing his image as an older brother within the team, rather than simply the eldest member by age. Fans have analyzed countless clips, searching for hidden meanings in every conversation or expression, but many of those interpretations remain speculative. What can be confirmed is that the public record consistently reflects mutual comfort and familiarity between the two. Their shared experiences, from debut showcases and world tours to award ceremonies and global milestones, created a history few people outside BTS could fully understand. Whether celebrating achievements or enduring exhausting schedules, Jin was present through every major chapter of Jungkook's career inside the group. That long history naturally leads some observers to consider him one of the people closest to Jungkook. However, proximity, friendship, and trust are not concepts that can be measured from edited footage alone. Public appearances reveal only selected moments, while the deeper realities of personal relationships remain known only to those directly involved. As the countdown continues, one question becomes increasingly intriguing. If Jin's years of shared experiences place him here,
who has displayed an even more distinctive pattern of public connection with Jungkook.
Number 4. Cha Eun-woo. Late at night, after award ceremonies have ended and the cameras begin to disappear, the K-pop industry often reveals a different side of itself. Public stages give the impression of constant competition, yet behind those performances, friendships sometimes develop across different groups and agencies. Among the names that have repeatedly appeared alongside Jungkook in public discussions is Cha Eun-woo. Unlike friendships built within the same group, this connection has attracted attention precisely because it exists beyond BTS. Official appearances, media coverage, and various public events have documented occasions where the two have been seen interacting as part of a broader circle of well-known idols, often referred to by fans as the 97-liners. While the exact nature of their private friendship has never been fully explained by either artist, multiple public interactions have fueled ongoing interest. Industry analysts frequently point out that friendships between idols born in the same year are common because they share similar career timelines, professional pressures, and cultural experiences. Jungkook and Cha Eun-woo both entered the entertainment industry at an unusually young age, eventually becoming two of the most recognizable faces in Korean pop culture. That shared journey has naturally led to public curiosity whenever they appear together. Various reports and official content have shown them attending gatherings with mutual friends, exchanging greetings during award shows, or simply appearing comfortable in each other's company. These moments, while genuine, remain only small glimpses into lives that are largely kept private. As a result, fan communities had produced countless theories attempting to measure the closeness of their friendship. Some interpret relaxed body language as evidence of exceptional trust, while others argue that professional courtesy alone can easily create similar impressions. Experts who study celebrity culture often caution against drawing firm conclusions from brief public appearances, noting that edited broadcast and limited camera angles rarely capture the complete context of any interaction. What remains undeniable is that Cha Eun-woo's name continues to surface whenever discussions turn toward Jungkook's circle of friends outside BTS. Their repeated appearances within the same social circle have established a documented pattern that separates this friendship from random encounters. Even so, neither artist has publicly described the other as their closest confidant, leaving room for interpretation but not certainty. That distinction is important because public familiarity does not automatically reveal private trust. The entertainment industry is carefully managed, and many meaningful relationships remain intentionally shielded from public attention. Still, the consistency of their interactions over several years has ensured that Cha Eun-woo remains one of the most frequently discussed figures whenever Jungkook's friendships become a topic of conversation. Yet, if this well-documented connection occupies the fourth position based solely on publicly observable interactions, which relationships have left even stronger evidence for fans and observers to examine as the countdown moves closer to its conclusion?
Number 3. Mingyu. As the years passed and the K-pop industry continued to evolve, one pattern became increasingly difficult for fans to ignore. Beyond the boundaries of their own groups, certain idols appeared together often enough to spark endless discussion. Among those names, 17's Mingyu repeatedly emerged in conversations surrounding Jungkook's circle of friends. Their connection has been documented through public appearances, official content, and the well-known network of idols born in 1997, a friendship circle that has attracted significant attention from both fans and entertainment media. While much of their personal relationship remains private, the public record provides several moments that demonstrate a level of familiarity built over years of working in the same industry. Both artists debuted at a young age and experienced the extraordinary pressures that accompany global success. Industry observers have noted that idols who share similar career paths often develop mutual understanding because they face challenges that few people outside the entertainment world can fully appreciate. On several occasions, Jungkook and Mingyu have been seen attending gatherings with mutual friends, exchanging greetings at award ceremonies, and interacting comfortably during publicly documented events. These moments, although relatively brief, have consistently reinforced the perception that they share a genuine friendship.
At the same time, analysts caution that public appearances reveal only a fraction of any celebrity relationship. A conversation lasting only a few seconds can generate thousands of online interpretations, many of which go far beyond the available evidence. Social media has amplified this phenomenon, with fans carefully examining expressions, gestures, and photographs in search of hidden meanings. Yet none of those observations can definitively measure the depth of personal trust between two individuals. Official interviews and publicly available content simply confirm that Jungkook and Mingyu have maintained friendly interactions over the years and belong to a wider social circle that includes several other prominent idols. Beyond those documented facts, conclusions become increasingly speculative. That uncertainty has only added to the intrigue. Every new interaction is analyzed, every shared appearance becomes another piece of a much larger puzzle, and every public meeting reignites debates about the nature of friendships that exist beyond the reach of cameras. Whether those moments reflect an exceptionally close bond or simply a long-standing friendship known only to those involved remains a question without a definitive public answer. Perhaps that mystery is precisely why their connection continues to fascinate so many observers, leaving one final question before the countdown moves forward. If the publicly documented friendship between Jungkook and Mingyu has drawn this much attention, which relationships have produced even stronger evidence over the years?
Number 2. Taehyung v. There are moments in the history of BTS that seem almost impossible to separate from one another. Long before stadium tours, global chart records, and worldwide recognition became part of their daily lives, Jungkook and Taehyung were already sharing the same rehearsal rooms, the same uncertain future, and the same relentless schedule as trainees preparing for a debut that offered no guarantees. Official documentaries, behind-the-scenes footage, and countless hours of publicly released content have documented years of interactions between the two, revealing a friendship that has evolved through success, setbacks, and constant change. One of the reasons this relationship continues to attract attention is the remarkable contrast in their personalities. Taehyung is often portrayed as spontaneous and unpredictable, while Jungkook has frequently described himself as someone who carefully observes his surroundings before acting. Fans have long suggested that these contrasting traits complement each other, but such interpretations remain opinions rather than established facts. What can be confirmed is that official BTS content has repeatedly shown them laughing together, supporting one another during demanding schedules, and collaborating naturally both on and off the stage. Their shared history extends across every major chapter of BTS's career, from the uncertainty of their debut years to international tours that placed unprecedented expectations upon the group. Throughout those years, public interviews occasionally revealed stories about their experiences together, while documentaries captured brief moments of encouragement, playful conversations, and mutual respect. Yet even after hundreds of hours of official footage, the complete reality of their friendship remains known only to them. Entertainment analysts often point out that audiences naturally attempt to interpret personal relationships through limited public material, even though those moments represent only a fraction of everyday life. A single exchange during a live broadcast or a backstage conversation can inspire countless theories online, despite lacking the broader context necessary to reach firm conclusions. The relationship between Jungkook and Taehyung has frequently become the subject of those discussions. Some observers focus on their years of shared experiences, while others emphasize how naturally they appear to communicate during official appearances. Regardless of interpretation, one fact remains unchanged. Their friendship has been visible across more than a decade of publicly documented activities. That consistency is difficult to ignore, yet it still does not provide a complete picture of private trust, personal conversations, or the deeper realities that exist away from cameras. Public evidence can illustrate familiarity and teamwork, but it cannot accurately rank emotional closeness between individuals. Perhaps that is why their connection continues to fascinate audiences around the world.
Every new interview, every documentary, and every reunion on stage becomes another opportunity for viewers to search for answers that may never be fully revealed. And as the countdown approaches its conclusion, one final question remains unanswered. Is the strongest bond always the one that attracts the most public attention, or could its true depth remain visible only to the people who share it?
Number 1. Jimin. As every investigation reaches its final chapter, the remaining evidence often reveals not certainty, but perspective. Few relationships within BTS have been documented as extensively in official content as the one between Jungkook and Jimin. From their earliest days as trainees to sold-out stadium tours around the world, the two have shared countless performances, interviews, rehearsals, and behind-the-scenes moments that have become part of BTS's public history. Official documentaries and variety content have repeatedly shown them practicing together, encouraging one another before important stages, and displaying a level of comfort that naturally draws attention from audiences. Their personalities differ in noticeable ways, yet those differences have often appeared to complement each other during publicly released content. Jimin has frequently been seen offering encouragement during challenging moments, while Jungkook has expressed admiration for Jimin's dedication as a performer in official interviews. Over the years, fans and entertainment commentators have closely examined these interactions, viewing them as evidence of a close friendship built through shared experiences rather than isolated moments. Still, the available evidence has clear limits. Public footage, no matter how extensive, cannot fully reveal the private conversations, personal challenges, or emotional support exchanged away from cameras. Celebrity relationships exist in spaces that the audience rarely sees, making any attempt to measure personal trust ultimately speculative. What can be stated with confidence is that Jungkook and Jimin have maintained a consistently warm and supportive public relationship across more than a decade of documented activities. They have celebrated milestones together, faced the pressures of global fame side by side, and continued to demonstrate mutual respect through official appearances and performances. That long history explains why their friendship is so frequently discussed whenever BTS's interpersonal dynamics become a topic of conversation. Yet history alone does not establish a hierarchy of personal trust. The strongest relationships are often defined by experiences known only to the people who live them. Perhaps that is the greatest mystery surrounding BTS. Despite thousands of hours of official content and years of public appearances, the deepest truths about their friendships remain beyond the reach of cameras. In the end, the available evidence tells a story of enduring teamwork, loyalty, and shared growth. But the answer to who Jungkook trusts the most remains something only Jungkook himself can truly know.